good, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are Charmed and Dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we're dangerous. And in today's episode, we're talking about which signs have the best clapbacks, the best disses, and just all around can like end your life with their words. Damn! Okay, so I know y'all want to hear about this, but before we get into it,
y'all messy.
Right. But before we get into it, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology. We talk about really anything two besties normally talk about. So you can get down with that vibe if you're feeling us already. Hit that subscribe button. I promise it gets better. Now let's get into the video. Okay, Sarah Beers. So let the people know. Give us your first zodiac sign that has great clapbacks and disses, okay?
I think it's absolutely perfect because my first one is Gemini, and Gemini actually rules over the hands and, you know, is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So they're always clapping back.
That makes sense. Wow, double entendre.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My Gemini
like
moon
that
ass
too.
just had to come for y'all.
Yes.
You know? Or come for us. In the best way, obviously.
Right.
I feel like Gemini is the most quick-witted when it comes to their clapbacks. This is the sprinter energy of Mercury, you know? While Virgo is like the long-distance runner of Mercury. I'll get more into that later when I talk about Virgo. I feel like Gemini is also the best at clapbacks and disses because they also put their sense of humor into good use when they're dissing you and honestly embarrassing you. You know how extra embarrassing it is when someone makes everybody laugh while they're dissing you? Like you feel that extra pain.
You're like, oh, everybody agrees?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, like you just said some really foul ass shit to me, so I'm already hurting, but now everyone's laughing at me. Like that's a double.
No, it's
doubling
true.
down.
Right.
You know, on that like embarrassing energy.
Right.
Yeah. Because now you're gonna, you know what I mean, be crying, leaving, and everyone's just laughing. No one even noticed because everyone thought it was a joke. Right. But it wasn't a joke. This is real feelings.
Right. That's just gonna stay with you forever.
Oh, forever, but it's like you can't even bring it up because everyone was laughing.
Right.
You know? And Gemini also is really good at being like, well, I was just kidding. Right. They always have that for them. Do they not?
It's true.
It was a joke.
Right. Well, y'all know there's a truth behind, you know, there's a little truth behind just kidding. You
Absolutely.
know? You know that saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, my first person is Virgo. You know, I love that you kind of brought them up. It leads me perfectly into Virgo. I feel like a Virgo read or like diss really hurts because they act like they're giving you advice.
Yeah.
You know, Virgo is like, hey, can I give you some advice? And you think it'll be delivered nicely, so you're like, yeah, Virgo. And then Virgo proceeds to tell you why you suck and gives you multiple specific details and scenarios of when you fucked up, because they've been watching you very closely too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they've really been paying attention, so that's why they know, and that's why it digs even deeper. And I'm like, dang, this advice shouldn't hurt me so much. And I feel like Virgo will really have me reanalyzing my whole life after they read me. You know, like they truly want you to understand the full scope of your failure, and like they do it with like no emotions. You know, and I mean, honestly, I truly get it. They're just trying to help, but like, ouch. Like, it just hurts me, personally.
Honestly, I wonder if it's because they're such perfectionists too, so they know exactly what's wrong with you. They know what perfect looks like and it's not you.
Right, it ain't this, honey. And I feel like sometimes Virgo is so awkward, like they think that they really are trying to like be like, hey, like I'm coming in
and
nice.
it's
but
not.
it's like, no, you're always coming in hot.
No, you're...
And it's disrespectful.
But they're good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
which is
like,
why I
wrong.
also picked Virgo. Again, not planned.
Not planned.
I feel like if you just give Virgo a little bit of time, they will learn the right amount of information about you and hit you exactly where it hurts. You know, this is what I meant when I said the long distance, you know what I mean, runner energy of Mercury. Virgo is more quality versus quantity with their disses, whereas Gemini, I feel like, keeps throwing disses in your face, but you can't help but feel like the wind is getting knocked out of you. You know what I mean? Like they're just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And Virgo, you know, is very tactful with it, I feel like. And also the thing with Virgo is they just almost so effortlessly, you know? Y'all know how Virgo is known for being like stressed 99% of the time. Yet when they're reading someone to filth, they look the most relaxed I've ever seen them. Like they're in their natural state. You know what I mean? And Virgos like just diss you in the classiest way. The type of this is that like you don't think about until you're going home and showering by yourself. You're like, damn, that was a read.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's how Virgo is. You know, they're always so quiet and observant, but when it's time for them to read you and diss you, like it's painful.
It is, because it is so detail oriented, just like them, and it's like we both said, they've been watching you, so they know.
They've been plotting, you know what I mean? This isn't just coming from nowhere.
No, it's
They've
not
done
like
their research.
somebody who's just being like, you suck and you stupid. They're like, no, you suck because XYZ, and this is how you can improve.
Exactly, and then you'll be like, when I do that, oh, funny you asked. Tuesday, December 4th. You know what I mean?
January.
Do you remember when I came over to your parents' house? I do.
Detailed journal of it, you know? And that's what also hurts, because you hope, I feel like people hope that people forget about their like mistakes and stuff, but like Virgo doesn't.
No, Virgo doesn't.
No.
They wrote it down somewhere. Hoping that you could fix it.
And that they could like maybe casually bring it up and like you could fix it together even better.
That makes them horny when they get fixed here.
Next, I have Sagittarius, or, you know, as people lovingly like to call us, Sagittarius. And I feel like a Sagittarius read is real because there's absolutely no filter. Like, no filter. So I feel like our reads can be really wild, and to me that makes it like funny, you know? And like Sag generally, like Gemini, right, they like to keep it, you know, lighthearted for the most part. So they kind of want to like jab fun at you too, you know, in their reads and like their disses. But Sag is obviously not thinking about you when they are doing this read or their like bluntness where they're just blurting stuff out, you know? And I appreciate it again because I'm a Sagittarius myself. I feel like we aren't going to bite our tongues and pretend to be supportive in situations when we actually disagree with you. You know what I mean? Like Sag values honesty. And honestly, not many people value that. And honestly, here I go. Not a lot of people value that in the same way, okay? Some people would rather be lied to. But you know, on the flip side, I totally get it. Because I feel like Sag is very committed to preaching their truth, and they really will burn anyone down in their path, like along the way if they need to. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I feel like also Sag, because they're like the teacher, you know what I mean, professor of the Zodiac, they love giving people lessons. Yeah, I love giving people lessons. They're like, I got a lesson for you, I got a lesson for you. Who wants to come to school? Because I got a lesson for you. You know what I mean? And like nobody would ask, you know what I mean? But Sag will still come in and like read you to film. Like they may not even know you, but they overhear you talking to a friend about something and they'll come over. They'll interrupt you and be like, I just heard what you said and honestly, like, you know what I mean? Yes. We'll just go full force in. Insert ourselves, you know, like don't care about your feelings in that moment. I just heard it and I need to let you know what I think. Yeah, and I feel like because y'all also get offended really easily, I feel like it gives you guys an opportunity to tell people why you're offended. And while you're doing that, you're reading them. Right. This is when you offended me. When you said this, you offended me. Why are you like this? Am I wrong? You're not wrong. She's not wrong. Okay, so for my last one, I picked Scorpio. You know, I just had to pick my sign because I have been told that I'm good at this and I know other Scorpios are too, you know? So the reason why I picked Scorpio is I feel like because we are the internal energy of Mars, we're very tactful. We love going to war with our words, and also we're not scared to hit you where it hurts because chances are we're probably hurting too. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like us Scorpios actually probably do the most damage when we're hurting, you know?
Facts.
It's when we're happy that like we don't care. But if you catch a Scorpio that's hurting, they're gonna fucking come for you, diss you, end you, like actually make you feel the depths of hell.
Yeah.
You know?
You're really gonna be questioning your existence.
Like you really are. Because also we've talked about this before. Scorpio is like two sides of the spectrum. Very, very loving, giving you everything, and then the other side of that is very scary.
Yes.
So when you experience the really loving, soft nature, and then, you know, Scorpio goes to that, you know, vile, you know, scorpion nature,
yes,
shit gets scary. And since Scorpio is, you know, fixed water sign, meaning they don't forget how you made them feel easily, they love to release their emotions via word venom, you know? And like we truly understand that words are powerful. And that's so dangerous. The fact that we know they're powerful, yet we're still using them to like manipulate and make people feel small.
Yeah.
In a fight, you know, and something that requires dissing and clapbacks and shit like that. But I will be the first to say that, sometimes we take it too far, you know?
Yeah.
And also like, I feel like also we're known to be the revenge seekers of the Zodiac, right? Scorpio loves revenge, like nothing new here. And power is a source of safety for Scorpios. So if you're arguing, they have no problem calling you out in the most disrespectful way as long as it gives them the upper hand, you know? Like power is absolutely everything. We will definitely say anything as long as we feel like we will walk out of there feeling better about ourselves than you will be.
Yes.
You know?
Oh my gosh. I'm laughing because I'm crying on the inside because I have, been personally victimized by a Scorpio read and diss, and I feel like it extra hurts because they take the time to really get to know you, you know, and like intimate parts of you that you've never shared, and then the way that they just throw it back in your face and make you feel like you're pathetic and little for it is just so hurtful.
Obviously this is very low vibrational energy, but if I'm triggered enough, this energy will be inside of me.
Yes.
And I have to control it. You know? Because I'm always ready to sting you, bitch. But you know, then I gotta realize when I sting you, I'm also hurting myself.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the problem with the Scorpio diss.
Yeah. We hurt ourselves later. Like, we go home.
This is hurting me too!
Yeah. We go home and we cry about it. Like, are they mad at me? Like, yeah, you told me to fuck themselves and that you fucking hate their guts.
Right. Do they hate me? Like, you told them you hate them, so like, yeah.
And you made it seem very, very convincing.
My last sign is Capricorn.
Cappy.
I feel like Caps won't spare your feelings when they're telling you about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if they are taking the time to read you, then they are going to be straightforward and ruthless with it. You know what I mean? They are not wasting any time. They're going to be, let's get to it. This is why it's up. You know? I think Capricorn's reads really hurt me personally too, because they have this really good way of like communicating their superior. Like, I don't really know how to like say it, but they put this like very like zaddy, like disciplined energy on it, and they're like, this is why you doing bad, and you're like, oh my god, like a parent, you know? Like I feel like Capricorns make you feel like your parents yelling at you or something. And I also feel like it really hurts because when they're serving you their diss, they're very like still and stoic with their face, and I'm just like, do you even see me, or am I just like this peasant? You know what I mean? Like, are you just like addressing me as a peasant right now? Like, what's happening?
Are we? We're equals, right? No.
We're equals,
Capricorn's
right?
like, no.
We are not.
Don't call me your peer.
Right.
Capricorn, as soon as they come out the womb, don't call me your peer. I am above you.
I do more, and that's why I am better. You know, and I just feel like those kinds of reads and disses like really hurt me.
Yeah, I feel like Capricorn definitely has big boss energy, you know, so you can't help but feel stupid when they're reading you.
Yeah.
Because everyone takes Capricorn seriously. So when Capricorn doesn't take you seriously, you feel real dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And also, again, like Capricorn does have this great work ethic, and they only have time for the things they love. So if they take the time to come at you, like I feel like it is a little scary for you. Because you're like, they don't do this often. Like, oh, I must have really fucked up, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like I've talked about this before on this channel. Like, again, me personally, like, for whatever reason around Capricorn energy, like I do want to impress them, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm sure others feel that way too. So then when it's like, you know, you're trying to impress somebody and they tell you that you're not shit, it's like, oh. It makes you feel extra like, wow. I suck.
I feel like also it's because Capricorn is very business oriented too,
Yes,
so they get to the point, you know, they're very matter of
with
fact. Exactly. So again, like the way they're reading you, it's like you can't even get emotional about it. You know?
Again, they make me feel like a peasant because it's like you're not taking that much time to tell me either. You're like, this is why you suck, and this is this and this, and goodbye.
See you next time.
You know? Now get out.
Learn something from this. All right, lovely people, thank you for hanging out with us while we discuss our top signs for who gives the best disses.
Yes.
Clapbacks, you know? And if you didn't know, your girls over here, we got a podcast. And on this podcast, we discuss a lot of fun shit. You know, a lot of our personalities get to shine through on the podcast. We talk about astrology, spirituality, celeb gossip, really just our thoughts, feeling. And if you're new here on this podcast, we also discuss questions that relate back to our YouTube topics. The links for the podcast are down below. Are you ready for a question this week?
Yes.
All right, the question is, which sign has given you the worst read/this? So this is kind of messy, but you know what I mean? You just gotta go check it out. It'll be a good time.
It's probably gonna get personal.
Yeah, for real. Don't get your feelings hurt, please. Well, we miss you. Like I said, links are down below. We post our podcast every Wednesday, soon to be on YouTube in video format as well.
Yes.
Our YouTube videos go live every Monday and Thursday. We're gonna post our socials somewhere over here. Give us a follow, show us some love. We love you guys. Hope Sag season is continuing to treat you guys right, and we love you.
Bye. Bye.